Tall of Lover guys, welcome back. Just wanted to try something new, especially with going live and stuff. Only because sometimes it takes quite a while to make content. So I'm just trying to see. So we probably won't be on long today. Probably just be fairly quick. And also, if you guys see that we are in the phone mode, but I will switch. Maybe in the future, we'll try and do a we'll rotate the screen so that it's sort of in the landscape as opposed to the portrait um, side of things. But yeah, guys, we're actually here now at the pig farm. Just dropped off the pig's feed. Today is our Sunday tonai. Special talofa to Lou Lilta joining us now. Also, yeah, so we did the Sunday cooking episode today, and the scraps from the feed. Um, Talofa to Susana File, one of our Ainga members. Very great to see you. Yeah, we did the Sunday cooking episode today, and after that, we did put aside some scraps for the pigs, and then actually heated that up, and they're actually eating right now. Uh, so they are enjoying it. Special talofa to Sunshine Teddy one, Maloso. They are enjoying it. Yeah, it's um, it's a really good. It's really nice because they actually enjoy the pig feed, especially the food scraps we have um, from cooking on Sundays. Oh, you're in Samoa, Susana. Whereabouts village are you from? So we're based out here in Safatu Olifanga. This is where my wife's family is. So yeah, got the Chava performance going on. Um, but I'm just gonna come quickly check again on some of the work the boys were doing last week on our new plots. So as you guys see that even even on Sundays there's no rest for farmers. You always gotta keep like an eye on your crops and livestock. But the benefits of I guess the benefits of this plantation we have at the back of the house is that we're able to monitor these things a lot quickly as opposed to the ones where the cattle farm is, which is pretty far away. Oh, you're from the farm too. Close by then. So yeah, um, just checking up some of these tiapula. So as you see, the boys did a really good job in planting these. Um, Special talofa, malo soifua, Michael Vayotu. Um, just looking at the way they planted it, which is also um, the same methodology that I try to employ, which is try and make the taro hose a lot bigger, allowing the combs to expand a bit. Um, but I enjoy it when the boys plant in the same fashion that I do. Oh, okay, Farsialatai. So I'm at Safatu Ota, and this is where most of the farm is based and the developments. Again, this is I'm actually at my wife's family's village, um, Tualata Malangi Siave, the Mackenzie family. So um, just checking. I didn't come this far in our episode yesterday only because it was starting to rain. But you guys can see it is quite. So we do have that side around there um, that hasn't been planted. We have to spray it down with herbicide. I try to limit herbicide as much as possible, only because you know there has been some studies shown that limiting the use of chemicals actually helps with the growth of the taro and also other crops as well. But the problem is when you try to limit chemicals and stuff, it's always difficult. It becomes more labor intensive sometimes, And the only way to achieve this kind of scale is only through the use of chemicals. So that's why we use cows to rotate. So we do rotational grazing with the cows. Unfortunately, for here at the back of the house, we don't have the cows, so it's mostly manual. Oh, okay. Grow a weed farm. Talofa manual pasi. Yeah, weed is a very funny topic, you know. Hopefully our episode will come out soon, but it is something. I don't know. Hopefully in the near future, um, we would, the country would consider. I mean, I only, I only look at it from a revenue standpoint, not as opposed to personal use or anything. But there's just so much money in the market for weed, especially in the overseas countries. And part of the reason why I want to, I mean, if the country does decide to do it, is there's a lot of money to be made in it. So never know. Mother-in-law was born and raised. Oh, okay. Yeah, definitely. We'll let you know because we're really busy at the moment. As you guys can see, it is closing towards the festive season, and we're still ramping up growth operations at the moment. So it's really difficult trying to get time, you know, especially like I'd love to slot in tours and stuff, just like as you mentioned. But the problem is we're so busy right now. Plus, we're exporting taro every week, so it's become difficult even to try and relax. So that is something we would consider. And that's something we would consider. I would love to do that, but it all depends on how we go. But we'll try and make time, hopefully, in the nearby future, where hopefully we can do that. But just message me guys on Facebook, and we'll see what we can do from there. This is one of our newer varieties. Now this taro, it's quite new on our farm. I think we've only had it for about a year, 6 months to a year now, and it's one of those hit and miss. So we tried planting it different types of soil, different areas on our farm, but it's just not yielding in the same way as the other taro. So that's something we're just trying to figure out how to do at the moment. But the majority of our taro varieties. So this is that same one. Sorry guys. That's the Samoa Lua. See, first leaf out. First leaf tends to be like this only because chemicals here can get sprayed on here, but it does have a faint look. Eventually it'll come out, next few leaves will come out green. Then we've got, this is probably Talovave. Only Talovave has that purple coloration coming towards the top, towards the leaf. That's Samoa Lua, Talofusi. I'm trying to find some Psycho. There we go. So we've got Psycho. This is another 4-month variety that's quite popular now, because we give it the 4-month variety name because it's actually quite, you've got a really good yield at 4 months. You can get a corm at around probably 500 grams to a kilo for only 4 to 5 months on that one. So it's fairly green all over the taro, but you can get mixed up with the talovave because once you chop off that top part of the taro, it's mostly white, which has the same appearance as the talovave variety. But with most distinctions of taro, usually it'll be at the top, the size, the coloration on the actual tiapula towards the top of the leaf blades. All of this is really documented well in Hawaii, which is part of the research I did when I first started out. If I didn't mention to you guys, Talofa Margaret C. Kamaka, very nice to see you on the live. Guys, I don't know, for the new ones joining in, this is a fairly new thing I'm trying to do with making lives and stuff. Well, I'm not used to making lives. The only reason is because I'm not used to the whole sudden, like, dude, you're on camera. But making content is becoming difficult. We've got so much operations going on the farm at the moment, so I'm trying to make content as I can when I can. Obviously, free time is non-existent at the moment, so I thought I'd probably switch it up. I'll probably do a live every now and then, but for the most part, it'll be quite difficult trying to make content as I usually do in the past few months in the journey of this channel. Talafa Michael Vayotsu, have you lived overseas for a while? Your English is pretty fluent. Thank you. That's a great question. And this is another good thing about lives. I mean, I can actually answer the question straight up and front with you guys. So, I've never lived overseas entirely. The only time I've lived overseas was for a period more than 6 months. Was in New Zealand for about a year when my dad had a heart condition, so we had to stay in New Zealand with him. But that was back when I was young. After that, I lived in Australia for 3 years during my undergraduate. And then after that, I lived in New Zealand for 2 years for my postgraduate. But for the most part, I've been based out here in Samoa. And school system, I've been educated here in the Samoan school system. And yeah, so it's, I guess the English, my dad used to always allow me and my brother to watch TV during the weekends. And that's where I mostly took the time to learn English when I was young, though. Especially back then, TVs weren't that popular. So every time I'd have the time to sit in front of the TV, I try to learn as much English as I can. But it's mostly because of the school systems here in Samoa really push for English and maths. Those are the main two subjects. So as I progressed along in life with education, I became more and more fluent in talking, and it's actually quite surprising because when I was in Australia for my undergraduate, I had some Australian friends that were actually quite surprised at how well I spoke, and slightly insulting, but it's I know it's new for them as well, but it was just quite an eye opener how people think Samoans don't speak good English. But yeah, watching you have given me ideas to provide family village. Oh, unless it large. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I mean, again, thanks for that comment, Susan. Again, the whole point of this, when I started farming, I had no help, and the only help I had was a lot of these skills that I've learned during my education, which is a lot of research. So I did a lot of research, a few YouTube channels, some USP textbooks at Alafua, and actually, drove myself to keep learning. So I wanted to offer that this resource as someone else who also wants to take up farming in Samoa, just so that they know what they're getting into, because you know that is again one of the funny stories with farming. I always saw farmers had cash every day. I was like, oh man, this could be the answer to my money problems. Only to find out, man, this is hard work. So I thought, might as well document it. It could help someone else as well. So I'm really glad that comes across and people enjoy the channel. So, providing educational content is one of the main things I want to do on this channel. Not only to inspire, but also motivate people. Farming is very hard, but you have to be consistent, and you have to pray a lot so that the pigs don't hurt your farm. But yeah, doing a good job. Love your accent. Thank you, Margaret. I made a film you. Yeah, see, that's the problem. I have to film as well. I have to look after the farm, look after the other things. So it would be nice to have a film crew. But yeah, I hope you did, Susan. I hope you did enjoy your stay here in Samoa. It is the wet season, so do apologize on behalf of the country if the season is not fit for the festive season. But guys, if you guys enjoyed today's live, I have to cut it short because I have to run back home, heat up the food. Us on Sundays, the food left over from tonight, we heat that up for the time we eat again, and then we're flying our local soon. So I have to run back to the house now. But guys, if you enjoyed this live and you want to see more of this, make sure to comment down below. I'm actually planning after the heat up the food, and then do the whainga local. I have to head back down to where I live, which is just next to the other houses, and then start editing the Sunday cooking episode. So it's pretty. It's everyone relaxes on Sunday, but even on Sundays, there's no relax for a content creator, Avama, and YouTuber. So trying my best to push out, get everything done. But that's why we've been quite slow lately with our content, guys, and which is why I opted to do live every now and then. Enjoy your weekly Sunday and cooking videos. Try not to show it too much. Thanks, Michael. Yeah, I think that's the problem as well. During editing, it does become repetitive, so um, I try to shorten it down. But yeah, that's great advice. Sophia, were you on a dish? Keep up the amazing work. Thank you, Sophia. Me and Talifa, welcome to the channel. Yeah, I think I was on it back then when I was during when I was working for the police. Said we're looking for guys for the roaming ad, where you can roam when you're in New Zealand. You can use your Samoan phone number. So that was the only time I was on there. Hi, Mr. Farmer. I'm so glad I caught you on. Talifa Dorothy Meredith. Talofa Leo Fong 679 Bula Vinaka. Guys, I'm just about to sign off, but I just wanted to let you know, guys, that for the new ones coming onto the live, that this is something new that I'm trying to do only because the content we're making is actually quite slow now and coming out due to the many things we've got going on the farm. So if you guys enjoyed today's live and want to see more of this, I can definitely switch it up with doing lives as well, especially trying to make regular content. So I'm definitely going to try and do that for you guys, and I think that'll be quicker and be a greater way to keep you guys more up to date rather than waiting for content that I go through the whole editing process. um, Olufaku, Olufaku-san, PT, keep it going. So you're gonna become a great YouTube. Thanks, Us. Yeah, thanks, PT. About yeah, and it is a daunting experience, being on camera live and doing these things. Open yourself up to the whole world. But it's just that trying to the risks the benefits outweigh the risks. So why risk being scared of doing YouTube videos when the benefits is you'll help a lot more people. So that's something I'd like to do, which is why that gave me more motivation to do the YouTube stuff. James is here. Talofa Master Shift. Talofa also. Dorothy Meredith. Wishing your family an amazing holidays. Lofat. Likewise, Dorothy. Guys, I'd like to wish everyone a festive season. Happy festive season. I know it would be. It's going to be busy, but I would like to wish everyone, just in case I do forget, because it is getting busy. Thank you, Michael Vayotu, for joining our Ainga membership, guys. If you haven't joined our Ainga membership, make sure to check it out. It's only $4.99 a month, but that'll help me create better content for you guys, because and there's some benefits that I will give to the Ainga members as opposed to our usual watchers. So that's something I'm working on, that'll make being a member different from our usual watchers. So there will be only member content videos, and that's I think that's where I'm gonna go deeper and deeper into how I've managed to go from a 9 to 5 job to running a farm, taro plantation, a cattle farm, running a YouTube channel, and another small and upcoming announcement that I'll show you guys. So it's something I'd like to release on for our members videos. But guys, James is here, first time call, but always watching. Thanks, Uso. That's all I ask for. But if you want to go the extra mile, check out our membership. But that's all you guys got to do is just like, comment, subscribe, share our channel, and that'll greatly help me make better content for you guys, so we can keep up the channel. Remember, guys, that this will also, like, the whole purpose of the channel is to be educational and provide that content for up and coming farmers of our country in the near future or anywhere in the world. dead plants, Taro, like us. But I think I'm going to sign off, guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's live. I'm definitely going to start doing this more. Be sure to check out other YouTube videos. Like, comment, subscribe, share our channel, and we'll definitely catch you guys on our next episode. Until then, God bless, take care, stay safe, and we'll see you guys soon. All right.